I'm geeking. It's a beautiful, killer day out here. We've got a lot of rain. I think we've received like 30 inches of rain so far this winter. So yeah, it's been a wet one. Imagine living in a van with all that rain. But back to the dance party. Down here at Fort Baker, I tried to basically just had condensation on my lens and it might come back. Apparently, when you take a camera and change the climate quickly, whether it be like in a vehicle and then outside in the cold rain, it's gonna form condensation on the inside. Little things you learn along the way. I feel so official with this little like mic and whatnot. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I feel bad for you guys. I feel really bad for you. If this works, I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking. I'm into the habit of saying this morning because I'm a barista and I'm like, hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Bear with me today and for a long time going forward for a lot of reasons. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have a camera, some really makeshift lights put up. I'm living in a van, so I just kind of make things happen. But yeah, so today is just a quick hello. I'd like to get into the habit of doing these daily, but for now we're just going to do them as often as possible. I'm going to show you guys, or at least talk about the van life, alternative living, maybe do some interviews, do some fun stuff. We're starting a podcast soon at Modern Day Mavericks. Our next podcast is going to be basically a description of where we're at right now financially in our lives and a roadmap as to where we're going. And we're going to be really detailed with our finances and where we're at in life. So it's going to be a really transparent and intimate journey. So I encourage you to follow along. In many ways, I like to think of it as the new age American dream. In a lot of ways, the big house, white picket fence, staying in one job your entire career, that's kind of gone out the window. That's really, in many ways, I don't think that's as relevant as it used to be. That's definitely 1950s-ish. And I think it's time to what do I do with my hands? I think it's time to update that model. So here I am living in a van, challenging the status quo. Hanging out in a Care Bear costume right now. I just think we live in a time where mediocrity is praised and limitations are slapped. You know, they're handed out like lollipops. That sounds really weird in a van. You don't talk about candy and all. Anyway, limitations are freely handed out, and people usually accept them. So this, in many ways, is an experiment, like a social experiment. I really view my life as a social experiment. And sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm looking at the seals out here swimming behind you right now. The Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco on the left. It's a great place to be. It's a great life. Van life. Anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling. Here I am, Fort Baker. There's seals swimming behind me. It's a beautiful day. I'm trying to get more into these vlogs. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's gonna get creative. I'm the weirdest person you know or are going to get to know, and I'm proud of that. So it is what it is. I'm gonna just do a little dance, get down tonight. My Care Bear costume, I don't care, that's just what I do. If you follow this channel, you're gonna get a little bit of wrestling, some coffee, some barista skills, funny stories, crazy stories. When you live in a van, when you live in a van, you never know what you're gonna find. All right, I've definitely run into some interesting scenarios. I'll give you a quick story. I drove out to California. First month I was living here, still figuring everything out. I went to a laundromat. It was after dark, probably around 9 o'clock, and I saw there was this little old woman, sweet lady. You could tell she was a little distraught. She asked if she could put her bins in my van because she had to go across town and get her mountain bike. So here I am after dark at the laundromat, and typically I'd be like, yeah, I don't mind helping you, but I was finishing my laundry and getting ready to go. Okay. So as I was walking out, she randomly stops me and she's like, hey, talking about living in a vehicle. Like, I think she lived in her Subaru. She's like talking about the cops and how they bother you and all this and that. Just like, she knew that I was living in my van, I guess. And she told me about this flesh-eating disease that she had, and how she was a deadhead, and how she did all these things, and she lived in her vehicle, and she proceeded to tell me about this flesh-eating disease that she had, and that she could only laugh off because it, whatever. I didn't know how to take it, crazy experience. And she wound up telling me that she had bed bugs in her stuff, and that's why she was doing her laundry. So I was like, oh, yeah, van life lesson number 1. You don't go to the laundromat after dark, okay? You just don't do it. Sweet lady, I wish her the best. I don't know what was going on with her flesh-eating thing. You never know. California, crazies. There's people chilling in their vans in Care Bear costumes. Little bears here. You just never know what you're going to get. All right. So, and I also have a blog, www.moderndaymaveriks.com. Big things are coming in 2017. Stay tuned. I'm excited to have you. Let's kick life's ass. Grumpy Care Bear. I'm not really sure how to end this thing, so